Good morning, friends. Today I would like to discuss the instructions which are to be required to study the topics relevant to each machine tool. First, let us understand that we first topic which is to be learned in each machine tool is the classification of machine tool under that particular category and what are their functionalities and capabilities. Let us talk about the lathe machine. In lathe machine, we will talk about the non-automatic lathes, that is the center lathe. And then we will talk about the semi-automatic lathe, that is capstan and turret lathes. And then we will talk about the fully automatic lathe. In fully automatic lathe, we have two categories, that is fixed automation and flexible automation. In flexible automation, we have the CNC machines. So we will discuss all these classification related to the lathe machine tool. And if I am talking about only the center lathe, we'll talk about what are the capabilities and what are the functionalities of that. In center lathe also, we will target what are the parts related to the center lathe. Whenever we are discussing the parts related to a particular machine tool, we need to understand their functionalities also and what are the material that is required to prepare that particular part. Okay, so if I am talking about the lathe machine, that is firstly we will talk about the bed. The main functionality of the bed is it is used to hold all the parts which are placed on the machine tool. All the parts directly placed on the bed. Okay, that has to withstand the weight of all the parts. So it should have good compressive strength. Further, we are utilizing cast iron as a material to prepare the bed of the lathe machine. And one more interesting point related to that is it will decide the floor space requirement of that machine tool. So we need to understand the classification, not only the classification, the parts, what are their functionalities and what is the capability of that particular machine tool. Okay, and then we will talk about the specifications of the machine tool. Specification means if you want to procure the machine tool in the open market, then we have to explain to the vendor, these are my requirements. Okay, that is this particular machine tool has to machine aluminum material or high carbon steel material or some other material. Based on our requirements, you need to mention, okay, this is what the motor capacity I require. This is what the floor space I have. These are the different types of feeds I require. These are the different types of cutting velocities I require. These are the attachments I require on that machine tool. All these things you need to mention. And what are the cutting tools? In this cutting tools also, you can have different varieties. And what are all the requirements which can be accommodated on that particular machine tool? All these things we need to specify in the specification of the machine tool. And then we will talk about the kinematic aspects of the machine tool. In kinematic aspects, we will talk about the cutting motion and feed motion. If at all any other auxiliary motion, that is also we will discuss. So whenever we are handling the things related to the kinematic aspects, first thing you need to understand is, so we are placing motor somewhere, okay, somewhere on the machine tool. What the motor is doing? Motor is giving the rotary motion, mechanical power. And this rotary motion has to be utilized in order to create the relative motion between the cutting tool and the work part. Sometimes cutting tool is having the reciprocatory motion or translatory motion, or it may have the rotatory motion. And if you look at the kinematic aspects, the rotation will maybe exactly same as the rotation of the motor, or it has to reduce drastically at the machining side. In order to do that, there are some kinematic structure which is required in the machine tool. That is the belt pulley connection or high speed gearbox or chain drives. What are all the kinematic structures which are required in order to create this cutting motion? That is what you need to understand. If it is related to the feed motion, sometimes what we require is we require to convert the rotary motion at the motor side to the translatory motion. So for this, there is a kinematic structure that is required. Okay, if you look at the lathe machine, we are having the motor which is giving the rotary motion, but that motion has to be converted to the translatory motion, that is the longitudinal feed motion. In order to do that, we are having the rack and pinion mechanism or lead screw mechanism. Or like that, you need to understand the kinematic aspects related to the machine tool. And then we will talk about what are the work holding devices and tool holding devices on machine tool. So if you want to hold the work part, then what are all the other accessories that are required on that machine tool? So if I'm talking about the lathe machine, the work part can be placed by using different types of accessories. First thing is the chuck. The functionality of the chuck is what? The functionality of the chuck is it can hold the regular and irregular jobs also. That depends on the type of chuck you are utilizing. If you are talking about the 3-jaw chuck, it is typically used for holding the cylindrical work parts. Okay. And the main functionality of the chuck is it can hold the work part and it is also rotating the work part. If you look at the other accessories, that is the lathe centers, dead center and the live center. Live center is placed in the headstock, dead center is placed on the tailstock. What they will do is they will simply hold the work part. They won't rotate the work part. In order to rotate the work part, we need to use the carrier and catch plate. So what the main focus is related to what are the work holding devices and what are their functions, okay, and where it can be placed. All these things you need to understand related to the work holding devices. In a similar platform, you can also think about the tool holding devices. In tool holding devices, let us look at the lathe aspects only here. So the tool holder is the single point cutting tool holder. Okay, that is directly placed on what? On the compound rest. If the compound rest is not there, you can place directly on the cross slide. Okay, so in that way you need to understand the things related to the work and tool holding devices on machine tool. Now let us talk about the attachments. So what it means by attachments? Attachments means the operation performing capabilities of a particular machine tool can be enhanced by using these attachments. So let us talk about the lathe machine. If suppose we have the grinding attachment, so if you use that grinding attachment on the lathe machine, you can perform the grinding operation on the lathe machine itself without going into the grinding machine. Okay, that is, if you want to do the cylindrical grinding operation, that can be performed by using this grinding attachment. Or if you want to perform the milling operation on the lathe machine, then we need to have this milling attachment. If you want to do the taper turning operation on the lathe machine, then there are specific attachments that is related to that. Next one is the operations performed on each machine tool. So whenever we are talking about the operations, we need to understand what is the cutting motion, what is the feed motion. So let us understand the things related to the facing operation, which is performed on the lathe machine. So what is the cutting motion here? So cutting motion is given to the cutting motion is given to the work part, which is rotation of the work part. Okay, and feed motion is given to what? Feed motion is given to the cutting tool. Here this is cross feed motion. Okay, so here you can also write what are the work holding devices. Usually this is chuck or faceplate. Okay, or there are other work holding devices that can also be used. What are the tool holding devices here? Tool holding devices are tool holder. Then what is the objective of this facing operation? What is the objective of the facing operation? The objective of the facing operation is to reduce the length of the work part. Okay, so here how the operation is performed, how it is performed. So here the work part is rotating continuously and the cutting tool is provided with the cross feed motion. Cross feed motion means the movement of the tool is perpendicular to the lathe axis. While it is performing the machining operation, the length of the work part is going to be reduced. So this is what you have to write. So whenever you are talking about any operation, that has to cover what is the cutting motion you are providing, what is the feed motion you are providing, what are the work holding devices and tool holding devices, and what is the main objective of that facing operation. And you can also mention what is the cutting tool you are using. So the cutting tool that is used here is facing tool. That is a single point cutting tool. So you need to cover all these points whenever you are explaining any operation. And then we will talk about the lastly cutting tools which are used on the machine tool. So there are different varieties of cutting tools that are available based on the operation. If you are talking about the lathe machine itself, we have the parting of tool, chamfering tool, thread cutting tool, turning tool, like that. Okay, so keep these points in mind while you are understanding anything related to a machine tool. Thank you.